everyone, how is it going? It is your pal Sal here, and today I am doing a little review for you. So I recently watched this documentary film called You Don't Nomi, which is a documentary about the iconic film Showgirls. And I want to talk about this. So first, to give you a little context about my love for the film Showgirls. I saw this film my senior year in high school, so it would have been 2014. I was on YouTube one day, and one of my favorite YouTubers to this day still is Lindsay Ellis. You may remember her when she was, the nostalgic chick. She likes to refer to it as the nostalgic woman now, so there's that. But years ago, she did a review on that site, or on YouTube of it, for Showgirls. And I always would watch her videos, even if I hadn't seen the film she was talking about, I was always just interested. So I watched this video, and I was like, I have got to see this movie. Like, it just sounds like the most astounding thing to me. So I ordered it from the library, and the copy I was able to get was the original DVD release that's, like, really bad quality. It doesn't look good at all. Ugh. But what I did was that I was like, I had my friends come over one night, and I was like, you guys want to watch this movie? It's, like, one of the craziest things ever. And we only got about halfway through, and then this guy came, and his car broke down, and we weren't able to finish the movie. Everyone ended up leaving, and that night, or the next day, I think I sat down and I watched the full movie. And I was just blown away. Like, I couldn't believe with what I had just watched. Like, the scene where it ends, and Nomi gets back in the truck with the guy, I was like, that's it? Like, no, please, I don't want this to end. There's something about the story. I mean, I don't really need to go into details here. Hopefully you've seen Showgirls, and if you haven't, stop watching this video right now and go watch it. As we all know, it's one of the most infamous box office critical flops of all time. But, coming from a musical theater background, I graduated with a degree in musical theater. There is just a sense of truth to the story. And granted, it's basically all about Eve, modernized, but the line, "there's always someone younger and hungrier coming after you down the stairs," has always stuck with me because it's just so true. But what always gets me is the character of Nomi will do whatever it takes to get into the spotlight. And, I hate admitting that, but that's how I feel in a sense too. So I've always felt this connection to Nomi, to the character, and just the thought that this film is so much better than I feel like people give it credit for. It's not great, but I just think it's a really good movie. And what I find interesting is that about a few weeks after I watched it for my birthday, everyone was like, "Sal, what do you want to do for your birthday?" And I was like, "Guys, I just really want you to come over and I want you to sit down and watch Showgirls." And every person that I've shown this film to has liked it a lot. I don't know if they love it as much as I do, but They definitely are like, "Whoa, what's this?" I'll never forget when I showed it to my friends in college. My friend Edwina, she was absolutely in love with the line, "I chipped my tooth on a Quaalude." And she still says that to this day, and I just think it's so funny that she enjoyed it. Everyone who I've seen has enjoyed it. So here's just as a quick little show of my Showgirls collection. This is the Blu-ray that I bought many moons after I saw it the first time. I own the VHS, the director's R-rated cut. I just dropped it live on camera. It's fine. It's all good. I never really watched it anyway. I own the CD. I'll never forget, I went to a Reckless Records in Chicago, and this CD at the time was going for more than I could afford on Amazon. And I found it, and it was only like $7, and I was like, I gotta get it. I don't even really like the soundtrack to the film all that much, but there's that. And I also do own the Laserdisc edition of the movie. Unfortunately, my copy of the Laserdisc, I do have a Laserdisc player. This is laser rotted, so unfortunately I can't watch it, but I'd rather watch it on Blu-ray anyway. It's such a beautiful film to watch in HD. So there isn't a whole lot of information that you can get on Showgirls, like in terms of documentary-wise. There's the book that came out. I've tried to read it. I'm not really an avid book reader, so I feel kind of bad. But the guy who wrote it wrote a really good book. It's called It Doesn't Suck, the film Showgirls or whatever. And now we have this documentary called You Don't Nomi. So I learned after this that there are apparently 2 Showgirls documentaries floating around. There's You Don't Nomi, which has its own Instagram page. And I posted today on Instagram, I was like, this is such a great documentary. And I tagged Showgirls documentary. And they were like, it is such a good movie. But that's not us. That's the other Showgirls documentary. And I was like, there's another one? They haven't responded yet. So I looked on their page. I couldn't exactly find where to watch it. I don't know if it's even come out yet, but you get the drift. But we're here today to talk about You Don't Nomi. This film came out in 2019, so it's been I'm a little late to the game here. But I've been waiting for the time to watch it, and last night just felt like the right time, so I rented it. So basically, I mean, it's a documentary about Showgirls, the before, how it came to be, and the after. And what I find really interesting is that I think this film was really well done. I liked what it taught me. I don't know if I did learn a couple of new things, but one thing, a couple things I had seen before and some other things. What I really liked is that they had a lot of the vintage footage of people talking about the film, which I hadn't seen before, and some people were like, it's trash, it sucks. And it was interesting to watch those clips because obviously I wasn't there for all that. I kind of just discovered this movie on like a whim, and unfortunately the film doesn't really have any interviews with the actual actors in the film. But one of the things that I find interesting is that this has been debated for years, and I think the documentary finally brings light to that, is that they all, when they were filming this film, they thought it was a serious drama. Paul Verhoeven, who directed it, was like, it's a drama, and like and nowadays, he's kind of like, no, it was meant to be the way it was. And then I learned that there's this book. I knew about this book. It's like Showgirls Portrait of a Film. I didn't know that it was like a companion piece to the movie. I've never been able to read it because it's so expensive. I can't even get a copy of it. But it's just like, if that was written at the same time, it shows that he's kind of a bit of a liar in a sense. But I mean, it's like, how do I describe, a documentary? But I think that it's really well done. It's really well made. I enjoyed every second of watching it. And what I liked, too, is that it talked about erotic thrillers, which I think is a fun genre. Because of Showgirls, I was introduced to a lot of other, type of films that are similar, such as Striptease. It talks about striptease. I don't know if it talked about this. It talked about Basic Instinct, Fatal Attraction. I don't know if it talked about Body of Evidence, the Madonna and William Dafoe movie. I kind of like that movie too. So, and it didn't talk about this movie either, but I learned about it through Showgirls, which was the film Whore. It's another great. Oh my God, they're all good movies. But I just loved the way that it talked about the film. And the one thing that I wanted to give a shout out, because I'm so happy they got her involved in it. When I first got into Showgirls, again, as I said, I'm a musical theater major. I quickly discovered that there was a Showgirls musical. And unfortunately, there aren't many clips of it online. There is, however, a highlight cast recording, which stars as Nomi April Kidwell. So I've never really looked into her, but I've known her because, her name's on all the things. And she does a lot of interviews for this film. April, if you're ever watching this, I feel learning her life, what had happened to her, I'm so sorry for you. But if anything you want to learn is that you have brought, your voice on that cast recording has brought me and my friends so much joy. I love Showgirls, the musical. You should definitely go check it out. It's so funny. Like the line, I'm done selling my ass, I'm gonna kick some ass, I'm done selling my ass, 'cause I'm the warrior. It's, oh my God, it's such a good, I love it. I could listen to that thing all day, every day. But I really highly recommend you check it out. Again, I brought this up, it's on the Wikipedia page, but one of the reviews for Rotten Tomatoes says, it may not change minds regarding Showgirls, but You Don't Nomi is solidly entertaining, post-mortem of an infamous flop. And that's exactly what this documentary is. I don't think it presents a whole lot of new things, but we've never gotten a full-on Showgirls documentary before. Now apparently we might have two. So I'm here for that. I'm going to eventually buy the Blu-ray for this. I got to wait till I'm not as strapped for cash. But I loved, oh, you know what? I also should have talked about this too. I loved how it talked about why this film resonated in gay men. And I think I kind of touched on that earlier in this video, but you were spot on, my friend. Whoever said that. I just think that this was a well-constructed documentary. I absolutely enjoyed watching every second of it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should say. Oh my. It was nominated. I don't know if it won or not, or if it's still in nomination, but apparently it's nominated at the Cleveland International Film Festival. I hope you win. It was a great documentary. I love the poster, obviously iconic. It's a great film. I think that the Blu-ray is only reaching $13, or you can rent it online easily for cheaper. Definitely go check it out. It's well worth it. It's a fun amount of time. I want to watch the movie again now. I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to do it, but I will. I'll figure it out. But I had a very fun time watching this film. It was well put together. It looks beautiful. I was only, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. But again, the Blu-ray, it looks beautiful. And, you can watch it in Blu-ray. Again, I rented it, but it's so good. Oh my God. You know what? I might just buy the Blu-ray. I could use it. It's a beautiful film. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy that people are starting to realize that this film is much better, and it's just, you know what? Showgirls is just a film. You have to see it. If you like it, you don't. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. You know, and it could change your life like me. Back off, motherfucker, or, you know, different places. You know, all these lines are just so iconic, and I love it. It's been a film that in my darkest times has brought me a lot of joy. And I feel so bad for Elizabeth Berkley, because, you know, I think that's the one thing I get out of this, is that she had to endure a lot through this, but it really wasn't, her performance wasn't her fault, and you know what, if anything, I like her performance. If I could have a performance like that, I would. So, I loved it. Go watch it. Please go watch it. Whoever created it. It was directed by Jeffrey McHale. Is that all? Did he edit it too? I don't know. But Jeffrey, you did a great job. It's a great film. Everyone behind it, you did an amazing job. I absolutely loved it. And thank you so much for making it. Keep Showgirls alive. I'm hoping one day, they did that screening that Elizabeth Berkley came to, and she did her infamous pose. I would love to go to a screening of this one day. Obviously, you know, theaters are dealing with their own things right now, but I loved it. Go watch it. Just go watch it. That's all I gotta say. So thank you guys so much for watching. What did you think of the documentary? Do not forget to let me know. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. It's Salvador J. Rocha, and I will see you guys very soon. You don't know me, but maybe now you do a little more. So thank you guys. Bye.